Now, setting up AdminLTE isn't really complex, but the documentation is a little bit, it's just kind of all over the place with some things. So for instance, this first image of AdminLTE, I believe it's version 2, but I am not 100% sure. I think it is, since it's just AdminLTE, but we need to get the version 3. So to do that, you would click download. Okay, and that's going to send you over to the GitHub page right here where you can see it's the latest release 3.10. So what I did was I scrolled all the way down to the bottom of this section, and then I went ahead and installed AdminLTE straight to my desktop. This way I could pull out all the folders and files and grab the code that we need in order to be able to design the AdminLTE desktop or the setup. Okay, so that's pretty much just going to look like this. As you can see, we have all of the files that we need. And the first one that we're going to use is the index2.html, and that's the one with the dark mode that you see here. So now what we can do is actually just grab everything from this wrapper component. Okay, and just take that, we'll copy it. And then we'll go ahead and put it in our resources, JS, pages, admins, dashboard. Okay, and we can go ahead and put that right in here. Now we're going to go ahead and change that, but before we do, we need to head over to the documentation. Now I'm going to put this link in the description down below. This is the version 3 documentation for what we're working on. Okay, so it shows you the installation, you can see the dependencies and plugins, and if you take a look down here, you see this version 3 also has this little preloader thing. These are what's being used by this AdminLTE package, and we are going to use some of these, not all of these, but we're not going to pull them in at the same time. We're going to pull them in a little bit separately. Okay, so if we go to the installation tab, we need to grab the script tags. So we'll grab this one first, copy, and then we need to head over to our text editor, go down to the views app.blade.php, and then we need to add that to our script section down here. Okay, and now we also need to grab the style sheet and put that in our style section. Okay, now let's take a look and see how much we messed up. So go back, we'll need to register a new user. Okay, so we'll go ahead and register. I'm going to use form filler, register. Okay, and then from here we can just go to admin dashboard. Okay, so it's not going to let us see anything just yet. We only see that the logo's here. So we'll deal with that in a bit. Let's head back to the text editor and start pulling out some of the things that we don't need for sure. Scroll up. We'll start all the way from the top. Okay, and for now we can go ahead and just comment out this preloader here. We need to grab this stuff from the body class. Okay, and in our app.blade.php, we'll go ahead and put that in here. Now from here we can just, we'll just copy all this stuff for now. Copy. We'll take out this sidebar mini, this dark mode, this layout navbar fixed, and that should be good. Now let's head over into the dashboard and add that to this section over here. All we need to do in here is add another div. Come down here and add a closing div tag. And for this class here, we'll just put dark mode. Okay, so now if we head back to the browser, we're getting something, but it's not the light mode. So let's go ahead and refresh. Okay, cool. Now we have the dark mode. So let's start taking care of some of this. We'll go back. And I want to start splitting up some of this code, because if you take a look, this is a lot. This is 1,700 lines of stuff. So let's go ahead and start taking some of this out. The first thing, we'll do the easiest one first, and we'll do the footer. So if we head up to our JS folder, okay, we can open up a new one. We'll call it components. It'll be a whole new folder, and then we'll say footer.view. Okay, and in here now we can go ahead and just grab this from the dashboard. So cut. So we'll say template. We'll paste that in. We'll add some script tags. Open this up. Go ahead, slide that down. Okay, slide this over a bit. And now for our copyright, what I want to do is change the date. So we're going to create a data tag or data section, and we're going to return. And we'll say current date equals new date. And this is just basic JavaScript. Okay, so up here, now we can say current date dot get full year, and that should be good. And we want to change this now to Admin-O-Matic, since that's the name of our app. We'll keep all rights reserved, and we'll change this to version 1, and we'll also change these to, and where's the end? Okay, the end we'll change to Inertia link. And we don't really want this to go anywhere. We're just going to put a hashtag in there. So hash. And now let's take a look and make sure that that's, oh, we need to bring it into the dashboard. So here, so we'll say footer. This is just a shorthand for the components. It's nothing too big. So import footer from at components footer, and then we need components, and we'll just add footer here. Okay, so let's go back to our browser and make sure that that footer is still there. So go back, and this right here should change. Refresh. Okay, great. Now that we have that, why don't we go ahead and bring in FontAwesome so that we can see some of these fonts that are trying to come through. So I have the CDN for that. All we need to do in here now is just copy the allmin.css file. So we'll just click copy URL, come back to the text editor, we head over to our app.blade, and then in here we'll just do link, and then we'll paste that URL in there. So now if we come back to the browser, go back, refresh. Okay, cool. So now we have all of our icons and we don't need to worry about those anymore. So let's go back to the text editor, and we can close the footer now because that's done. We come back to the dashboard. Now I want to take out pretty much everything from here, and I want to create a layout file. Okay, so let's see. We'll bring this up, bring that up, bring that up, and we can get rid of this second sidebar. We're not going to be using it, so we can just get that out of the way. And then all this other stuff, we're just going to grab it, all of this, cut, and then we're going to create a new layout file, and we're going to call it AdminLayout.view, HTML, paste all that in, and now this footer we need to bring in here. So we'll come here, and we can just cut that out. We need to add export default. Put that back. Okay, and in the admin layout, close that off. Open this up. Okay. And now in here, we can just put, open this up. We can just put admin layout. Can import it. So import admin layout from at layouts, admin layout, and then just add components. Admin layout. Okay, we'll open that up. We'll head back to the admin layout and we scroll all the way to the top. We can leave the nav there, scroll down, and in here we aren't going to be using these breadcrumbs, so we can just take those out. And this we can just cut out of here for now and put a slot. And we're going to name it header. And then we're going to come down here. We're going to snatch it out of here. So X. And in here we're just going to put slot. And if you don't know anything about slots, definitely check out the Vue.js documentation and make sure that you're looking at the Vue 3 documentation, since that's what we're using. Here now we can just go ahead and add that section. And then if we go up to the top, all the way to the top, right above the section, we can add a template. And then we're going to give it a hash, and we're going to call it header because that's what we named the slot in the layout. Right up here, name header. Okay. And now we can put h1 h1 and the class will equal margin 0, and inside now we can just put dashboard. Okay, so let's go and take a look and see if we broke anything. So go back, refresh. Okay, everything's still the same, and we got rid of those little breadcrumbs that we had here. So let's go ahead and take out the other stuff that we're not going to be using from here. So go back to the text editor. We'll go ahead and shrink this a little bit so we can work with it. Open that up. And this first one here, let's go ahead and move it over, just to kind of keep ourselves a bit organized. We'll do the same thing for here. Info box content, that's all going to stay the same. We'll scroll down. Okay, so this is the map, but we aren't going to be using the map. So we can go ahead and take out this. This should be all of this. Okay, we're keeping all that. We'll change the images in a bit. Go down, go down, go down. Okay, and that'll be it for this section. So now if we head back into the admin layout, okay, we can start getting rid of some of these as well. So we'll go up, got the main header. Okay, so main header, nav. Okay, we're gonna get rid of these two because we don't need them. Scroll down, and that should be that. So now I want to take this sidebar and I want to create a component for this sidebar. Well, actually, you know what? Let's start with the nav. So we'll go up top and we'll shrink this down, snatch it out of here, cut, and we'll create a new one. We'll call it navbar view, HTML, paste that in, script tags, come back, and here we'll just put navbar, and I need to open that, come down to the bottom, and include that here. So copy paste, navbar. Okay, so let's go ahead and clean up this navbar. We'll go up. That should be cool. Now let's go back and refresh and make sure that we still have our navbar. Okay, so we've lost our navbar, but let's go back, and this is why, because we just misnamed it. Okay, so now that should be good. So let's go back, we'll refresh, and now we have our dashboard back. Okay, and we can't do anything with it yet because we haven't set that part up. So let's go ahead and pull this out into its own component and clean it up as well. So we'll go back to our, let's see, is it in here? In here, and we're going to grab all of this, and we're going to create a new component, and we're going to call it sidebar. Sidebar.view. Template. Since it doesn't want to be cooperative, we'll go ahead, paste that in there. We'll add some script tags. Slide that over, admin layout. It's going to go right here. Sidebar. Copy paste. Copy paste. Sidebar. So now that should be good. Let's make sure that we're getting everything before we start chopping it up. So go back, refresh. Okay, so it's still there. So now we'll come in here and we'll start from the top and work our way down. Okay, so the first thing we want to do is change this now to Admin-O-Matic. This we're going to turn into an inertia link. And this is going to be the route for admin dashboard.index. And we'll add the images in a bit. So let's go down. We can, well, we'll just leave it as a tag for now. But we can change this to page props user name so that we get the logged in user. We can go ahead and get rid of this search bar because we're not going to be needing it. Come down, and this inertia link, we're gonna, this a tag, we're just going to change it to inertia link. Give it the route, and just like above, we'll just say route admin dashboard index, and we'll just leave it at dashboard. And now we can go ahead and take away this one, well, we can actually take away this whole thing here. Okay, so now we have a nav item. This we're going to change to tables, and this is just going to have an H tag in it, or a hashtag, nav icon table, and then we need the I class equals nav icon FAS FA table. And now we can just go ahead and get rid of this. Sorry, this one is going to be FAS FA angle left, and we're going to put it on the right side. Okay, fantastic. So now we can get rid of this. we can get rid of these. Okay, we need the tree view, nav item, and then we're going to make this a inertia link, but we're not going to point it anywhere yet because we don't have all the pages. So inertia link, and we're going to do href equals hashtag. We're going to give it a class of navlink. Open it up. We need an I class. Let's just copy this one for now. Paste. And this one is going to be FAR, FA circle, nav icon. And underneath it, we're going to have a P tag, and in here we're just going to say admins. Okay, so now we can just copy this one, copy. This one is going to be users. We're going to add another one. This one is going to be roles. Add another one. This one is going to be permissions. Okay, so let's go down. Now we can get rid of this. We can get rid of these. All of these. Okay, get rid of these. Keep this one. We'll just say miscellaneous. This will be an inertia link. This one is going to be a route to dashboard. You can get rid of this, and now it's going to be FAS, FA home, and in here, open this up, just going to say site. Okay, so let's go ahead and now get rid of these as well. Okay, and I just want to copy this one real quick. So copy, paste, and now this is just going to be an H tag. And this we can just leave as a hashtag. Get rid of this colon. We're going to add a role of button. But this is now going to be FAS, FA, sign, out, alt. And the P tag is just going to be logout. Okay, so let's go down, make sure that we don't have anything left. So now let's take a look and see what kind of damage we did to this sidebar. So go back, refresh. Okay, and now we're not getting anything, so let's inspect and see what's up. Console. Okay, so admin.dashboard.index is not in the route list. I think, let's go back, let's open up the web routes. Okay, let me add that there. And now we'll go back, refresh, and hopefully that'll fix that error. Okay, fantastic. We'll clear up some of these errors. A lot of these are just the images. We'll handle that in a bit, but we have our tables and our jQuery doesn't work yet, but we'll fix all that. So let's go back to the text editor, and now we can close that. Okay, now these images. Let's start with the images first. So this is coming from the AdminLTE, the actual package, but we're not using that. So what we're going to do is we are going to put these images in our public folder, storage app public folder, so that we can access them here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take these images. I just took them from the website, from the AdminLTE website, but I'm going to put them in this folder, and then in the description down below, I'm just going to go ahead and link those images in from my Dropbox so that you can have access to those images as well, and you can just download them and use them how you want to use them. You should be using your own images though, but for the purposes of the demo, you can use the the AdminLTE images. So I'm going to go ahead and bring those files over. Okay, so I've gone ahead and brought in all those images, and I'm going to show you how to do the first one, and then I'm going to pause the video and do the rest of them. Okay, so this one is now going to have a colon in front of the source, and around the file we're going to put single quotations, and then it's going to be /storage/images, and now we can get rid of this and this. And now our image should be coming through. So let's check the first one and see. Go back, refresh, and that should be this logo image here. Okay, you can see now we have the logo, and I'll go ahead and do the rest of them on the back end. So I'll pause the video. Okay, now I've gone ahead and switched out all the image files. So now we have all of our images that we're pulling in, so they're all here. Okay, the next thing I want to fix is this this hamburger here should be opening and closing this sidebar. And the reason that it's not is if we go back to the documentation and we go to let's see, package.json. Okay, this version of Bootstrap is using 4.6.0, but the jQuery is 3.51, and I realized that while I was doing this, while I was building it the first time, that this version of jQuery doesn't completely work with the AdminLTE theme that we have here. So what we need to do is go to the jQuery CDN, and then this first one here, the min.js, it's version 3.6.0. So we can just copy this one, come back to our text editor, and if we go to app.blade.php, right in our script section, script source, we can just go ahead, paste that CD in, and now if we go back and we refresh, okay, now we can open and close that just fine. Okay, fantastic. Now the other cool function that we have in here too is that if we click that expander, we can now have a full screen, which I think is actually one of the cool features about this. So let's go ahead and get rid of this icon because we're not using it. Let's head back to the text editor, and now if we go to the navbar and head down to times, will be there. So we need the expand. We can get rid of this one, and we head down to this icon. We can get rid of this one, we don't need it. And we already got rid of that sidebar. So we'll come back, we'll refresh, and now we've managed to get rid of that icon, and we still have this. That works just fine. The other thing that I like about this navbar over here is that if you click this search icon, it opens it up to a full-on search. And I didn't hook it up or anything, but it's here if you want to. I'm gonna leave it in the code. So you can take a look and see how to set that up. That's not the focus of this particular series, but that's a way to do it, or there's something there already for it to be done. Now this episode has turned out to be longer than I expected, so we are going to go ahead and leave it here, and in the next episode I want to start bringing in charts and just finishing up the last of the this front end so that we can be done with it altogether. Okay, thanks for watching. I'm going to make sure to put all the links that I have up here that we used today. I'm going to put them in the description down below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.